Hi everyone, I'm back with another video review. Today I have the Red Turbo Ranger Lightning Collection figure. And I'm actually very excited because next to Space and Lost Galaxy, the turbo suits are my favorite because there's so much going on, there's so much detailing. So I'm so curious to see how Hasbro did with this figure. Just like any other standard Lightning Collection box, we have a nice picture of the figure on the front here. At the top left, we have another picture of that Ranger. And it says right here, Red Turbo Ranger. And I love the red box for Red Rangers. It looks so nice. And we have a beautiful picture of the Red Turbo Ranger. And then on the back here, we have the legend where you have the Ranger figure, TJ's helmet, TJ's face, and the accessories. So you get like a turbo gun. I think it's called Auto Blaster. His sword here, and he gets another sword and effect piece and two additional hands there. We have another picture of the Red Turbo Ranger here. This is what the other side has. So it's like all red. It says Red Turbo Ranger, Turbo Red Ranger. And on the bottom there, we have picture of the Red Ranger. I always love the Paradise Turbo logo. Sorry about that. It's because I loved how Turbo always looked like it was like racing. It looks really cool. So yes, so that's the box, and I can't wait to see what the figure looks like. So you guys already know these new Lightning figures, the repackaged Lightning figures, the one that does not have the window on the box anymore. They already come with the Ranger civilian head already attached. So I thought I'll kick things off and we'll do a comparison shot because the head is already attached. And this one was hard because unlike the Chad figure, this like the TJ figure does not have any like distinctive expressions on the face. We can kind of like pick out a picture and be like, okay, yeah, I think that's the picture that they used. It looks like a very generic expression that I just chose like any picture of TJ I could find during his turbo days. That's what I found, and honestly, it does not look like TJ at all to me because first off, TJ has a slimmer face, and it's slightly narrow and long, while this figure has more rounded face, and the face is slightly chubby. Even the hairline is rounded on this figure, while TJ has more of like a square hairline. And there's just nothing on this figure that resembles TJ. Honestly, to me, this looks more like Carlton Banks from Fresh Prince more than TJ. And that's disappointing because we already had two figures of TJ and the Blue Space Ranger, not once did they get the likeness of TJ. And I thought at least in the Red Turbo Ranger would have gotten a chance, but it's not there either. So on the left here, I have the red Lightning figure. And on the right, I have a picture of the red turbo suits. I thought we could compare. And honestly, Hasbro did a pretty good job. The only thing that I noticed right away is around the belt buckle. The Red Ranger suit has these like black detailings on the red portion of the suit on the top and the bottom. I noticed that the figure really doesn't have it on the bottom. If you kind of move it around, you can kind of tell there's something going on there, but it's not as pronounced. And then we have the black lines all around the figure. The actual suit, it's there, but as you can see, the lines are very thin and it's very discreet. It's not like in your face. But the red lightning figure, it's very more pronounced and more bold, and they're much more thicker lines. And that's the only thing I can tell. Also, I noticed on the visor isn't as pronounced and big. There is like a consistency between the visor and the mouth plate. There is like a consistent like space there. It looks even on the actual Red Ranger figure versus sorry, the actual Red Ranger suit versus the Red Ranger figure. But honestly, I do have to give Hasbro props for doing an amazing job on this figure because they would have easily left out the lines or they could have left out the triangles on his shoulders or they could have not put in certain detailings on the helmet, but they, even though it's not as accurate, they did a great attempt at it. Honestly, I love this figure. So let me just show you guys angles. And they did a great job there. Honestly, I might go as far as to say that this is probably my favorite Red Ranger figure. And one thing that I noticed about the visor is that on the Red Ranger figure, it's kind of stretched out there versus on the actual Red Ranger figure. It could be the positioning of the helmet. The visor isn't as spread out because you can kind of see the edges, but again, it could be the positioning of the helmet for the actual Red Ranger. So it's just like a minor thing there. But when I look at everything, everything is pretty much spot on there. And I do apologize for the lighting. I don't know like why my camera suddenly just gave a darker background. But yeah, so that's our comparison. Here's the Red Ranger figure with both the swords. And I love both the swords because it reminds me of that move PJ did in Forever Red, that spin move with both the swords. And it looks really cool. So he comes with his signature weapon, which is the sword. Forgive me, I do not remember the names. I remember the Japanese name, which is Fender Sword, but the only reason I remember the Japanese names is because they were named after a certain part of the car. But the American names kind of slipped my mind. It's been a while since I saw it before. So we get this sword right here. We get an effect piece right here. We get this other sword right here. And this one is my favorite. It's nice and long. It looks really cool. The silver too, they use like silver metallic paint. It really stands out. And we get an auto blaster. I like how they colored it. It looks really cool. And we do get two hand attachments. So the hand attachments I already have them on the figure. So you have two opened wrists and you get two fists. That's pretty much it. Honestly, as far as accessories go, they did an amazing job. I thought they would just give us the auto blaster and this sword here, but it was so cool that they cared to give us this one too. Let me show you guys a close up of the figure. So as you can tell there, the black line I was talking about is there on the bottom, but on the top, I don't really see it there, or maybe it's not colored in. And even on the back, they included the black lines. It's really awesome. I feel like somebody at some point took over that paid attention to the details of the figures, that there were no more screw ups. It's really cool. Props to this person. It's really sad because this figure looks so amazing. But knowing that the Lightning Collection line is going on a hiatus, that the chance of seeing a Turbo Ranger figure anytime soon is not going to happen because a team of these figures will look so cool. And for articulation, it's pretty standard. So you can move the arm side to side. Mine is still a little bit stiff. You have the 360 rotation right up here. You have like kind of double joint there with the elbow. Rotate the glove. The leg side to side, up, down, double jointed knees. You can move the foot. Try to be very careful with even move that And what I really like about other figure ranger suits that have like designs on them You know exactly where you line up. Um, like here's it's not like all over the place. You can like line up the joints against stand properly, which is really cool. Of course, you move the head and the chest articulation. Pretty standard. I'm in love with this figure so much. And there you have it. So that's pretty much the Red Turbo Ranger figure. Let's hope they give us more Turbo Rangers before they go on this hiatus. This figure just too beautiful to be released on its own. So then I'll do a comparison shot of both TJs. And honestly, both of them are for representation of TJ. If I had to choose which one looks more like TJ's, Blue Space, and it's a very low bar still because it's only because the shape kind of resembles it. But that's about it. Both of them are still way off from looking TJ. And unlike Chad, the Blue Lightspeed Ranger, TJ actually has a friend. He actually has two friends. The Phantom Ranger was released, and also the Blue Centaurian figure. The only thing is, I never got around to getting the Blue Centaurian figure because I just don't want to spend because it's Canada, right? So 44 plus shipping is gonna be like $50. And for figures that I'm not too like crazy about, like this Blue Centaurian, I just really don't want to spend that much money, but I will get him eventually. This is what these two look like. Honestly, the Phantom Ranger is more superior to me than the Red Turbo Ranger. I don't know, I just like his detailing more, and a Ranger in black and in silver looks so much nicer to me. So I guess who knows what is what they look like together. I really cannot wait until the other Ranger figures come out. So I have the Red Turbo Ranger from the Lightning Collection with its original Bandai figure from I want to say 1997. But the Turbo Rangers had so many different figures, three main figures. One of them was an automorphing figure. There was another figure that were just basic figures. They looked like football players, and they came with their main weapons. And then these figures, they were called like turbo shifter figures that could do like all these different like moves. The turbo shifter figures were my favorite because they were the first line of Power Ranger figures that had different male and female bodies. Before that, all the Ranger figures they pretty much look the same. So that's the main reason I like this. But it's funny looking at this figure after so long, it just dawned on me like the figure shape, it looked just looks so weird. But I guess I won't judge them too harshly because this is back in 97. So they had all sorts of like weird figures. They did improve throughout time. So this is what they look like. And for their time, they did a great job with the Red Ranger figure. They got all the detailing there. The only thing that they skimmed was coloring in the black lines in the figure. And also the figure does not have those triangular shoulder pads. I mean, they do have the lines like engraved on the figure, but it's just not colored in. And that's pretty much it for the, and that's just a comparison. And honestly, I want to show you guys I prefer the sword that came with the figure because it's so huge and it looks so cool versus the weapon that we got. It looks really cool. So this from the Turbo Ram, where you can fix up all the weapons and you can turn it into the Turbo Ram or the Turbo Ram cannon. So that's really cool. So we've reached the end of the video here. And I must say, I love this figure so much. I think I made it very clear in the video with all the confidence I was giving it. I'm so glad I got this. And I can't remember the last time I Felt so happy when I opened the figure because it actually resembled what you have on the front of the box. There, I think Blue Lightspeed Rescue Ranger also gave that same feeling that they did a great job with the paint details and everything. The only thing is that human head, they can't seem to be getting it right for some reason. Hopefully, going forward, they'll be able to capture the Rangers a lot better. So for prices, I know this figure it wasn't available for a little bit. Like people got their hands on it on Amazon and like sold out and wasn't able to order it. And then recently, I think last week or so, I was able to order it. So I got my hands on it. The thing is, I was wanted to order it, but I said it's gonna come in 1 week, and I've been paid, and I want my figures from the next day. I'm so used to it. And then I gave my chance yesterday, and I was like, should I try my luck? And then it said that I could get it the same day, and I ended up getting it right away. I also want to correct myself. The last video I said for some reason the yellow RPM Ranger is going to be released in January or February. That was only Amazon Canada, but for whatever reason, but if you're getting it from like Amazon US, it is actually available right now, and you can actually get it within a week. And I was debating doing that. So as far as pricing goes, it's like every other Lightning figure. It's like again, these are Canadian prices, 35.99. I think for the US, you guys only pay like 29.99 or 25.99. So you guys do get your figures a little bit cheaper. And hey, if you guys find this on GameStop, you can use your Edge rewards card and actually get 10% off. And you'll be paying like $33. I mean, it's only $2 off, but still $2 is still $2. And yes, so would I recommend this figure? Definitely. If you're a fan of Power Rangers Turbo, I would say go for this figure. The detailing is impressive. They had so many chances to leave out detailing or screw it up, but they didn't. They just included everything that's supposed to be there, like the lion, the black lines around the figure, and the triangles on the shoulder pads, all the little detailing on the helmets, like the silver lines and the two circles on the side of the helmets, the headlights on the top. Like these guys just went all out. Like I'm very impressed with Hasbro, so I really do recommend it. I mean, if you're getting it for TJ, like you wouldn't really have that much of a resemblance with the human heads. But the figure itself, as per Red Turbo Ranger representation or Baron's Turbo representation, is a beautiful figure and would look really good with the Phantom Ranger and the Blue Centurion. And yes, so thank you guys so much for watching. My next video, if I do make one, will most likely be on the Blue Centurion figure. I I'm on the fence about getting him. I haven't decided yet. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching and have yourselves a great day. I would love to hear from you via comments. And please like and subscribe. It really does help. Thank you and have a wonderful day.